Mr. President, are you disappointed in the level of the delegation that the Russians sent to Turkey?
I don't know anything about it. I'm not disappointed in anything. Who are you from?
BBC News.
I'm not disappointed. What would I be disappointed? We just took in $4 trillion, and he says, are you disappointed about a delegation? I know nothing about a delegation. I haven't even checked. Look, nothing's going to happen until Putin and I get together, okay? And obviously he wasn't going to go. He was going to go, but he thought I was going to go. He wasn't going if I wasn't there. And I don't believe anything's going to happen, whether you like it or not, until he and I get together. But we're going to have to get it solved because too many people are dying. Thank you. You're going to land right now. Thank you.
Незважаючи на достатньо низький рівень представлення російської делегації, але з поваги до президента Трампа, з поваги до високого рівня делегації Туреччини і до президента Ердогана, і все ж таки бажаючи продемонструвати, спробувати досягти хоча б перших кроків щодо деескалації, перших кроків щодо закінчення війни, а саме припинення вогню, я вирішив відправити зараз в Стамбул нашу делегацію, але не всіх, безумовно, голови Служби безпеки, начальника Генштабу не буде, голови так, але делегація буде очолена міністром оборони.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio also said he does not expect a breakthrough in these current negotiations. This comes as two U.S. officials tell me that, in fact, Russia is now amassing forces on the front lines for a new offensive intended to capture more Ukrainian territory. One of those officials told me, quote, Putin will attempt to take whatever land he can right up to the outskirts of Kyiv. The Russians are going to make every effort to get what they can. So if, as they are talking, granted at quite a low level from the Russian side in Istanbul, Russia is amassing forces for a new offensive, does that signal quite clearly it's not interested in making peace?
Well, I think President Trump's finally realized that, sort of come the dawn. He wrote recently, it makes me think that Putin doesn't want to stop the war. He's just tapping me along. Yeah. He has to be dealt with differently. Well, okay, something we knew some time ago. These peace talks were Putin's idea. And not only does he not show up, he sends a low-level delegation, which of course means Zelensky won't be there, and the president won't be there, and even Marco Rubio won't be there. So you don't see much hope. But the bottom line is, everyone should recognize at this point, Putin doesn't want to cooperate. He's slow-footing this because he wants to take much more Ukrainian territory before there's any sort of cessation in the violence.
So is it time, or perhaps even past time now, for the Trump administration to impose new sanctions on Russia? I mean, wasn't long ago the president removed intelligence sharing from Ukraine immediately after he perceived that Volodymyr Zelensky was not willing to accept a ceasefire.
So far, what the president's done is put all the real pressure on Ukraine, who's the victim of this invasion. He's done absolutely nothing that's a real threat of pressure on Putin. So, look, I think the banking threat he referenced and the sanctions, those all need to happen. But what Putin fears most, and if Trump wants to force this issue, the only thing that Putin understands, and what the Soviets and the Russians have ever understood, is strength. So if the president wants to force Putin to the peace table, it will be, if you don't do this, we're going to do another military supplemental. And we're going to continue to do this until you come to the table and realize that you're not going to profit from the fact that you have invaded. We're not going to give you de facto recognition of land that you currently occupy. Heck, Putin is now still at the maximalist stage where he wants land that they still don't occupy.
大家好，我是主播周玉琴。很多的朋友告诉我们，太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌帮助了睡眠品质。现在呢，进一步推出晚安加强版，添加了首创最适合台湾人体质的天然 GABA、色氨酸、茶氨酸、香蜂草4大天然草本助眠配方。 强化睡眠全期都起到放松舒眠的效果。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，它本身就含有台大专利授权克菲尔乳杆菌 M1 等8种专利菌，首创益生菌、益生元、后生元黄金3角配方，帮助维持消化道的机能。有季节敏感、代谢困扰、关心异常细胞风险的好朋友呢，可以选择原版的太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，它添加有超级食物羽衣甘蓝，健康再加分。而有睡眠困扰的朋友们，赶快选择蓝色包装这一款晚安加强版，绝对是更有感。选择太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，做好日常保养，实现睡眠自由，身体轻松无负担。每日克菲尔，时刻美好 ，Good Feel Good， 请上快点购为健康下单，而且要记得输入推荐代码，有额外的折扣优惠。